retirees, and fixed income beneficiaries are getting a rude awakening right now in 2026, as many of your necessities and your regular expenditures have gone up substantially in price, really pinching retirees, seniors, people with disabilities, and again, fixed income beneficiaries in a pretty massive way. And this is not necessarily a good situation whatsoever, because the prices on everything have gone up substantially. We're not talking like a 0.5% increase, a 1% increase. We're talking like 10, 15, 20% increases across the board. And how much did your income go up in 2026? Not very much. If you're on Social Security, it went up by 2.8%, but yet you also lost a ton of that due to other expenditures within your monthly benefit as well. Anyway, I also have this article right here. I'm going to pop this up in just a minute so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they've pointed out in this article. They have 7 different major expenditures that seniors, fixed income beneficiaries, and retirees are experiencing. I want to point out a few of these major ones in this article, and then I'm also going to point out a few other ones out there that are not listed in this article here, but I also think are very, very important that we are also experiencing. And if you have not experienced it yet, well, I just want you to be aware you're probably going to experience it here at some point very soon, okay? Anyway, let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read the details on this. Let me talk through the details of these. Now, the most obvious one is, the hated Medicare Part B premium. Yeah, we all despise this one, right? Drop a comment down below. Do you hate the Medicare Part B premium? Seriously, let's all raise our hands right now. Yeah, I do. Not a fan, right? Not a fan of the Medicare Part B premium. That sucker keeps going up every single year. Anyway, that thing went up by 9.6% from 2025 at $185 a month to now 2026 being an increase of 9.6%, or an increase of $17.90 up to $202.90 a month per person for the Medicare Part B premium. I'm just going to say this much really quickly. I can't tell you how many comments I've seen down below this year alone. I can tell you this much. We're still very early on in 2026. I've seen more comments down below this year of people reaching out saying, I'm canceling Medicare Part B, which, by the way, I am not endorsing that. I'm just saying do what you got to do for yourself. I'm certainly not saying that you should do that. But I've seen more comments of people so far this year saying they're canceling their Medicare Part B compared to any other year ever on this channel. I mean, a lot of people I think are finally just getting really fed up with this because this price is ridiculous. It's gone up a lot and really pinching the benefits of a lot of beneficiaries. Anyway, so that's a huge one right there, a 9.6% increase. Meanwhile, you got a 2.8% raise to your benefit in the form of the COLA. Yeah, the COLA, right? What a freaking joke that is, right? We all know the details, and you know my opinion on the COLA. I think it's an absolute manipulated joke. And it really hurts the beneficiaries, okay? Now, that's that. Now, assisted living has gone up massively as well, which, maybe that's something you're currently utilizing. Maybe it is something you may utilize at some point in the future, but that is getting massively expensive, as you can see in the article here. The average across the board on a monthly basis, man, this is nuts. $6,300 a month is the average assisted living cost across the country. That's nuts. I'm not sure about you. How many people out there who are retired or, whatever their situation is, living in fixed income, are living on a fixed income and living with assisted living can really draw and pay $6,300 a month? That is nuts. That is a lot of money for a lot of people, right? What is that a year? That's like 75 grand a year, roughly. I'm kind of just mentally adding this. It's like 75 grand a year. That is a lot of money to be living in a place, assisted living. Anyway, that's that. Now, auto insurance is also another massive one that has gone up. As you can see in the article as well, they've indicated that premiums, even on people with a great driving record, like perfect driving record, right? Premiums are still going up 15, 20, even 30% for some individuals. That is nuts as well. That is ridiculous, right? And that's a huge increase. And remember, we got to remember this as well. Our incomes went up by 2.8%, and all of these things are going up massively, like 10, 15, 20%, 9.6%. It's nuts, okay? Now, another big one as well, Property taxes. This is a super nasty one. Property taxes. If you happen to be somebody that owns a home or a property and you have property taxes, well, you probably have received your statement at some point, probably late last year, showing how much your property taxes are going to go up in 2026. Nasty situation. They're going up a ton across the country. And as you noticed in this article here, that the reason for that is there's so many vacancies. These greedy cities and counties and areas basically need to get that tax revenue from somewhere. So they have all these vacant office buildings and places that they need to squeeze somebody to get that money so they can blow it on dumb stuff. So they squeeze the homeowners. It's nasty. Now here's the deal. You might be thinking, well, look at me. I dodged that one. I'm a renter. I don't need to pay property taxes. I hope you're sitting down. I'm going to tell you some bad news right now. Here's how it works, okay? If you're a renter, guess who pays the property taxes? You do. You do through your rent. If the landlord gets a huge increase in their property taxes, guess what they're going to do to you? Just let you sail on by? No. They're going to jack your rent because they need to pay for that. They need to pay for the increased property taxes somehow. And who's going to pay it? The tenant. Okay, so if you're a tenant and you're a renter, and again, I'm sorry to have to break the news to you, but that's how the game works. I mean, that is how it works with these properties. So whether you're in a single home, whether you're in an apartment, whatever it happens to be, if you're renting, just recognize your landlord is paying the bills. Okay, they're the ones. Well, I should say the property taxes. They're the ones paying the property taxes, and they're going to float that increase onto you, the tenant, okay? Now, here's another nasty one as well. Insurance on homeowners insurance, things like that have gone up a ton as well, right? We've seen that massively over the last few years here, especially with some of those events in the southern states where we're getting hammered by, not tornadoes, what are those things called? Hurricanes. Yeah, hurricanes, that's what they're called. Tornado in the ocean, whatever that thing is called, right? A hurricane. Anyway, these states that are getting hammered in the south by hurricanes and all these weird fires and all kinds of other stuff, right? These insurance companies are getting hammered by expenses. So what do? They raise premiums for everybody. So for the last 5 or 6 years or so, we've seen huge insurance premiums coming all across the entire country. And again, this comes back, whether you're a homeowner, you got to pay that as well, your insurance on your home, or if you are a renter, remember, guess what happens? When the landlord gets the bill and the insurance on the building has gone up by 10, 15, 20% or whatever it has, guess what they do? Oh, hey, yeah, we're going to raise your rent because we got to pay for this somehow. Yeah, the tenants pay for that, right? So even if you think, I'm renting, I don't need to pay the taxes, I don't need to pay the insurance, you're going to pay that, okay? Again, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news here. I'm just telling you, this is the reality, and this is how this whole thing works, okay? It's a very nasty situation. Now, there's a ton of other expenses. And again, in that article that I popped up there, you could see all those different expenditures coming across. This is a nasty situation. And again, it all comes back to the affordability situation that I've talked about multiple times so far this year. And I've said, get ready. The word affordability. Affordability is going to be the word of 2026. Just watch this, okay? We're still early on. It's been thrown around many times out of the administration. We've seen it out there quite a few times so far this year. I guarantee you, by the end of 2026, if we fast forward a year from now into early 2027, we're going to look back at 2026 and say, yep, the year of affordability, they tried and they blew it. They're not doing anything for the people, even though they're talking a big game, making it sound like, we're working on affordability. Really? How are you working on affordability when everything is going up 10, 15, 20, 25, 30% across the board as far as expenditures, and incomes for retirees, fixed income individuals is going up 2.8%? Really? What a joke. What a freaking joke, right? It's exactly why I've made such a big deal about the COLA over the years. And I've said, this is so manipulated. It is so bad. It is so delayed. It is so wrong. And ultimately, it's hurting the beneficiaries in a massive way. Anyway, I just want you to be very aware of what's going on here. When I come across articles like this, I just want to point this out for you so you can see what's going on, even though you might be thinking, this is kind of obvious. I mean, obviously, we're living through this. We know what's going on. I know you know what's going on. But when we're living through a situation like this, it's easy to feel like I'm alone. Like I'm the only one struggling financially right now. Like I feel alone. I feel abandoned. I feel like there's nobody out there that understands what I'm going through. Here's the deal. Everybody's situation is very, very different. I don't know what you're going through. You don't know what I'm going through. We don't know what each other are going through. But I think we can all agree it sucks, okay? I don't know how else to say that in a good way. I don't know how to say that in a nice way. It blows right now, right? It blows in a big, big way, right? I think we all agree with that. So even though we don't know what each other are going through, I think we can all agree that, yep, not a fun time right now. Not a fun time. This whole affordability thing is not fun, right? I think we all can agree with that. Anyway, there's a couple things that we can do. As fixed income beneficiaries, there's a couple things we can do. Number one, we can increase our income. That's very, very difficult to do, especially on a fixed income. A lot of times your income is limited as far as how much you can actually earn. Not only that, well, a lot of people, increasing their income isn't really a viable option. It's very, very difficult for a lot of people. The other option is save money. Now, here's the deal. You've heard me say this 1,000 times, and I'm going to say it again because I honestly can't help myself. I love helping you save money. That is my duty. I love saving money for myself, and I want to do what I can to help you in this community save money. If you're on Medicare, if you are one of the nearly 70 million people on Medicare, please do yourself a huge favor. Please do this for you. It's not for me. It's not for your neighbor. It's not for the guy walking down the street right now. It's for you, okay? Grab your Medicare card, grab your phone, call Chapter right there. Chapter's right there. Call them Monday through Friday during regular business hours. Write that phone number down. Take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever you got to do. Write that down. Call them Monday through Friday during regular business hours. Connect with them. See what they can do for you, okay? You've seen me pop up all the comments on videos before. This is probably a dozen pages here of comments that I've popped up. I'll just flick through them as I'm talking here. Check this out. These are comments. But anyway, those of you in this community over the last 1 year alone have collectively saved $2+ million by literally calling the phone number that you see there. $2+ million of savings from just those of you in this community by calling Chapter to get free help with your Medicare. My point is, the average person is saving over $1,000. These are comments that I've literally pulled right out of the comment section from those of you in this community just in the last, say, 2 months that have reached out to me after calling, saving a boatload of money. It's incredible. Page after page after page of comments. And again, they have access to over 20,000 plans. They will look through the plans, find you the right Medicare plan for you and your personal needs. They'll answer your questions, help you with your initial enrollment, whatever it happens to be with you and your Medicare. They will take the time with you, and they will spend whatever time that you need for whatever it is to make sure that you're properly covered, and again, helping you save as much money as possible. And again, getting access to your doctors, your medical procedures, your prescriptions, your 3 Ps, the providers that you want to see, aka the doctors, the prescriptions that you need, if you need any currently, and other preferences you may have, whatever that happens to be. That's what they call their 3 Ps. They'll ask you those, and they want to know so they can find you the right plan, and they will do their very best. And again, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below. Use the word Chapter within your comment. I'll grab your comment and I'll add it to my stack here. By the way, Chapter, that's just the keyword that I search for across the channel. So you can leave a comment on any video. It literally doesn't matter the video. Just make sure to use the keyword Chapter within your comment. I'll grab your comment, I'll add it to my stack here, and I'll feature it in upcoming videos. But seriously, as a fixed income beneficiary, the best thing you could possibly do is, well, save yourself some money. Take the necessary steps. Take the 10, 15 minutes on the phone, whatever it takes. Call Chapter there, see what they can find for you, and I think you're going to be shocked with the options and flexibilities you may still have right now. Okay? You might be thinking, oh no, I can't do anything right now. Really? Give them a call. You might actually be shocked. You may be shocked with what they can do right now. Okay? They're like wizards. They're like magicians. Let them see what. Let them help you. Okay. Now here's the deal. At some point, you're going to need help with your Medicare anyway. Okay. Let me help you, please. Let me help you. Let Chapter help you. It's free. Free stuff. Free. Okay. I've got nothing to sell you here. Okay, I've said that so many times over the years. I've got nothing. Literally look on this channel anywhere you want. There is nothing to buy. I don't have some product. I don't have some course. I don't have some website. I don't have some masterclass or some coaching call. I don't have anything. Nothing. Everything here is free, 100% for free. Even talking to chapter there is free. I've got nothing to sell you, okay? My point is, I want to help you save money. That's what I want to do. I love saving money myself. It's like a really fun thing for me. I love saving money. I mean, I ask for a discount all the time on everything. If there's a discount to be had, trust me, I'm going to find it and I'm going to get a discount. Even if there's not a discount, trust me, I'm still going to ask for a discount. My point is, ask, and a lot of times you will receive. It's nuts. Anyway, let me know how it goes after you talk to them. Drop that comment down below. Use the word chapter, and love to give you a shout out. And again, feature you here in upcoming videos in my stack. Otherwise, please make sure to subscribe if you're new here. 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Otherwise, until next time, please have a nice day. Take care, and I'll catch you again later in the next